This week's Michigan Lottery Excellence in Education winner is Mike Stoneback from Pinconning High School. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
All right.
Hi, my name is Allison Vandriche, and I nominated Michael Stoneback. Mike is a generous person that gives of his time and his talents to the whole student body, all of his colleagues, and the Pinconning community. You can find Mike coaching on the soccer field, but you can also find him volunteering in almost every single sporting event in some way, shape, or form and cheering students on. He is our student council advisor, and together he and his team put on a variety of different events throughout the year, from everything to do with homecoming and all of our dances, a number of assemblies that bring students and staff together, blood drives, trick-or-treating for the community within the school, and a variety of staff appreciation events. Mike lives and shows us what it means to serve other people, and we are so grateful for him and everything that he does here.
Well, what did you think as you were watching that?
That's awesome. That is very cool.
And tell me who that person is.
That is one of our assistant principals at Pinconning High School.
Wow, that's really special. So Mike, tell me what inspired you to be an educator.
I have always loved learning and always found it to be a nice challenge. My mother was a high school English teacher, and so I grew up around it and just kind of felt like that's where I belong.
And you've been doing it for 25 years.
25 years.
Tell me about, where does that fuel come from? What keeps you going?
It's the kids. It's just being able to interact with the kids every day. I love the fact that every day is something new, a new challenge, new people to work with. It's just been a really good experience.
And tell me about some of the things you do in your classroom. I understand there are warm-ups and scavenger hunts.
Yeah, I think the warm-up is a great way to start each day. I've set kind of a set warm-up for each of my classes. It allows us to get into learning without jumping right into it, kind of as a jumping off point. We do some funny, goofy things, practice some vocabulary, prepare for the SAT test. But those first kind of 5 to 10 minutes where we're just getting ready to get into the heart of things, that's where you can really make those connections with the kids. I also enjoy the opportunity to get them up out of the classroom. A few times a year, I'll hide the information we're learning around the school, give them some clues, and they head out in little teams and they find that information, come back, and then we put it all together. So getting them up out of their seats, getting them active really seems to work well.
And it makes education fun.
It absolutely does. And if they're having fun, they're going to learn without even realizing they're learning. And that's where the success comes from.
So I understand you do so much outside of the classroom as well. You are involved in student council, in coaching, announcing games, the school improvement team, and so much more. So tell me, how do these activities complement or even shape what you do altogether?
Sure. It's all about relationships with the kids. And what I found, especially as a high school teacher, you need to meet them where they are and where they're enjoying their lives. And for high school students, that's on the athletic field. It's not always in the classroom. So I find it so valuable. I'll go and announce most of the Spartan games at our high school. And the next morning, when you can comment on the basketball game or how they did, or that you saw them work hard on the court, really establishes that connection with them. And that's probably the most valuable tool I have, is just connecting with them. They know I'm there for them, and so they want to be there for me, and they want to work for me. And so that's kind of been the key to success.
I love that you talked about relationships too, because I think relationships are everything. Talk about when you fast forward 20 years from now, you run into a former student. Tell me what you hope that student says to you about their experience and their relationship with you.
I hope, one, that they remember that relationship, that they have a funny story of something we did in class or something that happened that we were both a part of. I absolutely love to hear where they got to and what they've done with their lives. And if they're successful, knowing that I have a small part in that is really, really rewarding. So
absolutely. Well, thank you for what you do. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Michael from Pinconning High School receives a $2,000 check from Jake Harris with the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Award sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $29 billion to public education since 1972.